The life of Moses, and the story of how he received the 10 Commandments. When the children of Israel in their flight from Egypt came to the banks of the Red Sea, God spoke to Moses, saying, "Raise your staff and stretch out your hand over the sea and divide it, so that the people of Israel may go on dry ground through the sea." This Moses did. And the Lord drove the sea back by a strong east wind all night, and made the sea dry land, and the waters were divided. And the people of Israel went into the midst of the sea on dry ground, the waters being a wall on their right and on their left. And when Moses and the children of Israel had reached the other side safely, the Lord spoke again to Moses, saying, "Stretch out your hand over the sea, that the water may come back upon the Egyptians." And the waters closed as the Lord commanded them to do, and Pharaoh's army was caught in the midst of them, and all the legions of Egypt were drowned, not one was saved. Thus did the Lord save Israel from the power of the Egyptians. And when the Israelites saw the mighty act which the Lord had performed, they were in awe, and they believed in the Lord and in his servant Moses. Now with Moses they sang a song unto the Lord, whose words were, "I will sing unto the Lord, for he hath triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea. The Lord is my strength and song, and he is become my salvation. He is my God, and I will prepare him a habitation, my father's God, and I will exalt him." Having come from Egypt and their triumphal crossing of the Red Sea, the children of Israel passed through the wilderness of Shur. Then they came to a place called Elim, and rested a while. After a short time they continued into the wilderness of Zin, in the desert of Sinai. Moses and Aaron now looked unto God, that he might speak. And the Lord said unto them, "I am going to rain food out of the sky for you, but the people are to go out and gather only a day's ration each day, in order that I may test them to see whether they will follow my instructions or not." And in the morning, when the dew had gone, there was on the face of the wilderness a flake-like thing. When the people saw it, they did not know what it was. But Moses told them it was bread which the Lord had given them to eat, and they were to gather it up. And on the 6th day they were told to bring twice as much as they gathered daily, as the next day would be the Sabbath. Again the journey proceeded from the desert of Zin to a camping at Rephidim, and once more there were cries of anguish from the people, for there was no water to drink. And the people cried unto Moses, saying, Why have you brought us up out of Egypt to have us die of thirst? Once more Moses turned to the Lord, asking, What am I to do with my people? They are almost ready to stone me. Then God told Moses, Pass on ahead of the people. Take your staff in your hand with which you struck the Nile. I will stand myself before you on a rock, and when you strike the rock, water will gush out of it, so that the people may drink. And the people drank from the rock, and filled their jars with water for the journey still ahead. Now did the Israelites enter the wilderness of Sinai, and soon they camped at the foot of a great mountain called Mount Sinai. And Moses went up on the mountain, for he perceived that God would be there. And God was on the mountain, and he gave unto Moses the commandments, written on a tablet of stone. And the first commandment that God gave Moses was, I am the Lord thy God. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. The second commandment, Thou shalt not make to thyself any graven image, nor the likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or in the earth beneath, or in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down to them, or worship them. The third commandment, Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. The fourth commandment, Thou shalt keep holy the Sabbath day. The fifth commandment, Honor thy father and thy mother. The sixth commandment, Thou shalt not kill. The seventh commandment, Thou shalt not commit adultery. The eighth commandment, Thou shalt not steal. The ninth commandment, Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. The 10th commandment, Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's possessions. And after the 10th commandment was given, Moses remained upon the mountain in the presence of the Lord for many days and nights. And when the people saw that Moses delayed in coming down from the mountain, they gathered about Aaron, saying he should make a god to go ahead of them. For now they did not have Moses to lead them, and they wished for one to worship and follow. So Aaron bid the people to take the gold rings from the ears of their wives, sons, and daughters, and to bring these jewels to him. This the people did. And Aaron took the gold, pouring it into a mold, until there came out a golden calf. Whereupon he said, "Here is your God, O Israel, who brought you up out of the land of Egypt." And the people worshipped this new God, and they drank, and they played. And when Moses came down from the mountain with the tablets of the testimony in his hands, he was met by a young man named Joshua, who told Moses there was a noise of war in the camp. But Moses replied, "It is not the sound of shouting for victory, but the sound of singing I hear." But as Moses came near the camp and saw the golden calf and the people dancing, he became angry, and in wrath raised the tablets of stone above his head. He threw the tablets from his hands and broke them at the foot of the mountain, and his anger stirred deep within him. Now Moses came down to the people, to the altar of the golden calf, and made ready to destroy it. The calf destroyed, Moses turned to Aaron and asked, "What did this people do to you that you have brought a great sin upon them?" And Aaron replied, "Let not my Lord's anger blaze. The people did not know what had become of you, so they asked me to make them a god so that they might have something to worship." Then Moses spoke to the people, saying, "You have committed a great sin. I will once again go to the Lord, and perhaps I may make atonement for your sin." And Moses prayed, "Alas, this people have sinned a great sin. They have made for themselves gods of gold. But now if thou wilt forgive their sin, and if not, I pray then, blot me out of thy book which thou hast written." Some time later, the Lord spoke again to Moses, saying, "You have found favor in my sight. Cut once more 2 tablets of stone like the first, and I will write upon the tablets the words that were on the first which you broke, and you will take them again to your people." And from that day forward, the 10 Commandments have been the law of God's people.